I left school when I was 14 and I'm 16 in 2 months. So I haven't gone to school for a long time. Yeah.
I used to always get into trouble by the teacher for talking, and everyone would just want to learn, and I was just disruptive.
Why?
I don't know. Because I just don't fit in school.
Got into trouble, didn't want to go to class, didn't like the teachers, was always bunking, trying to take other people's stuff, get some food.
I had a few troubles with a girl where she was constantly calling the police saying I was harassing her, even though I was only going to school so I could learn. But yeah, so I stopped going.
The only way I could work around kids in my class that would always give me shit was to bunk class. So that's what I did, was go smoke drugs and just go do something that I actually loved. It just helped me calm down so I wouldn't react and hit them. And then I felt comfortable and then felt better instead of raging out.
I was never doing work at school and I would always be out of class because I felt that the work was too hard for me. So I have dyslexia, so if I didn't like the work or the work was too hard for me, I'd just walk out of class.
Here in Otutahi, when I first jumped on board 2013, there were 7 AE providers and slowly dwindled down to 5. And so it was important that we build those relationships across the board. Regardless of where you were geographically, I think the main purpose of allowing our young people to be educated and to believe in themselves was the same purpose. And so when Vodafone jumped on board to help us with a project to be able to come together collectively and provide evidence of A, why AE works, and B, why AE shouldn't work, but 3, or C, it still does work, we took that chance and came up with the idea of an art exhibition. Because art, you just have no boundaries. You can really express yourself in the area of art, from rap to spoken word to painting to sculpture. There is no boundaries with art. And we thought it would be a good way to tell their stories of change.
There is actually a piece there that's called I Don't Know. I guess that would be my favourite piece because that's the challenge that we face most days with these kids. Like, we know that there is stuff going on. They deal with anxiety, insecurities, just not being loved the way that love is, which is always kind and always patient. They deal with maybe having one parent, so not having a father figure or a mother figure. They need lots of affirmation, so all their life they've been labelled dumb or stupid or in the lower class, a kid with anger issues, so they carry that a lot with them every day. And then some of them are born into sort of gang families or abuse and violence and that kind of stuff. So yeah, and that becomes the norm for them. And we know that it's not the norm, so it can be challenging trying to show them another world or what love really looks like.
Tell me, like, if I said school, like normal school to you, what words do you associate with it?
Unfair. Yeah.
Teachers would tell me off for asking about stuff that I didn't know.
Some of the work like they would be doing I couldn't do, and I found it difficult, and I just need that one-on-one.
They put us in like little units, and like they put us from like who will do the best to who's doing the worst, and then from there they won't ask if we want any help.
I was pretty much just one of those kids that were like put to the side and was just, I don't know, classed as a dumb kid.
I don't know, I just think I'm maybe seen a little bit different. So that's how I'm seen, as how I act, really.
It was too Pākehā for you know, just some people don't fit in school.
Was there anything good about it?
That I got to get away from my house and like my stuff going on there. It was just like a way to escape. But at school it was pretty much like, it wasn't one of those mornings where you'd wake up and be like, yeah, go to school. It'd be like, yeah, leave house, gotta go to school.
So the biggest change is young people feel safe. That's the biggest change. And that's always the first step for any young person that comes into alternative education, is allowing a space for them to be safe. Safe to belong, safe to acknowledge and share their gaps of learning, share their struggles, and also be able to acknowledge that they need help.
I actually wanted to be at course and do my work, and I was happy there. I felt like it was a place where I could be myself and be happy.
Mainstream is a lot like strict. They're more strict than when you come to AE school. It's way easier. Like, it's more kickback. It's just about having fun and stuff.
A typical day for me is first feeding the kids when they come in, because they're normally quite hungry. And then sitting down and having a chat with them, sort of going through any issues that they come in with and just settling that down, and then we get into a bit of schoolwork, do a bit of sports, do a bit of more eating, and then send them off on their way, yeah.
In the holidays, I couldn't wait to come to course because it was actually amazing, because the last term I went for 2 days, and then as soon as I got home I was like, oh my God, Mum, it's me and Az there, we get fed, we're like doing our NCAs, I got credits on my first day, and like, yeah, I was pretty stoked.
For a lot of our kids, regardless of which provider in Ōtautahi, that's the first step. And if they turn up the second day, and then the third day, and then the fourth day, and then the second week, the third month, that's change in itself. Because you've seen a shift where it wasn't successful in mainstream schooling. They either didn't turn up or threw a chair at a teacher. They are turning up constantly because something switched for them. That's change.
Yep, I definitely have done more work there than I've ever done at school, except for at primary school. But yeah.
Has it changed the way you think about what you can achieve?
Yep, definitely, because it's easier. It's like all the work I do is simplified and like broken up into little bits, so it's easier for me.
There's some really good data that we've got on a student's journey. So in alternative education, there's a database. So it's like the administrational side of things, but you also get what's happened to that student while they've come into AE. So anything from arriving with a 0% of attendance, and then the growth in that student as they pick up and engage. So we get students who have come in with 0 and start with 100%, drop back to 80 because of issues or whatever happening in their lives, because they don't go away. And I think our staff in AE are working to gain and support the students to gain resilience.
Where at school it's just teachers, they don't get paid to care for you, they get paid to do their job. They ain't there for you as much as like course tutors are, because you know you can trust them and like actually talk to them.
They don't give up. They just, when you're like, nah, I don't want to do that, they just keep on trying to make you do it.
They know where you're coming from. They know what you've been through. They understand. They actually want to help you. They actually they have a passion to support you. They love their job. Yeah.
So what words would you associate with TKW?
Whānau. Yeah. That's a part of our kaupapa, because no one deserves to feel left out, and no one deserves to feel like nobody's got their back.
The reality, as time goes by, the young people are getting younger and they're getting harder. And so my heart not only bleeds for young people, but it bleeds for the amazing staff and teachers that put their hand up to stand in the gap for their young people, because I know how heavy that responsibility is to care, educate, and be every title that they need: nurse, baker, taxi driver, counsellor, teacher, mum and dad.
When they walk through the doors, that consistency of knowing that each of us are going to be there, and I just couldn't not. Like, I just know that they're depending on us, and the environment that we create is like a home and a family. So, I mean, if mum isn't home, it doesn't feel right. So, yeah.
Just, I love people. And youth work has always been a massive thing I've been passionate about. And these guys are the future of our nation. So trying to fill a gap that I felt I struggled with as a young kid. If I can do anything I can to make them feel better and make them feel like their purpose is real, then that's why I wake up every morning and do what I do.
What does it take to work at TKW?
You gotta be cool. You gotta be cool. You gotta be like, you gotta understand where the students have come from.
Yeah, Dave's the bird.
Yeah.
What gets Dave out of bed in the morning?
His wife.
When I see the fruits of our work, it sort of just reminds me why I am in this job, that it's not for money, it's not for recognition, but it is to sort of show these kids the love that I've experienced as well, and I want them to experience it, and money can't buy that.
Yeah.
Why does Dave want to work at TKW?
Because he's got no vehicle. Because he loves it. Because he loves his job.
This is the only he loves us.
Yeah. Did you want to add anything to that, Dave?
They said it all. That's all.
Tell me why you came today.
I came to support my daughter Lily in TKA.
So how's TKA, how's the experience of it being for Lily?
Amazing. It's amazing. Best thing that we've done. She wants to come. She engages with her teachers and within her learning. And the fact that she wants to get up every morning and come to course as opposed to school, it was a battle to get her there. But with AE, she enjoys coming and she enjoys what she does. It's just a different style of learning. And because it's such a small number, they feel like they've been heard and they're getting listened to.
We're all individuals, we're not based as a group.
Yes.
I think one of the issues about being in alternative education is that we're constantly battling with the interpretation of what success looks like. And, you know, society will say success looks like NCA level 2, 90 to 100% attendance, participants, healthy participants of society. That's what they will say success looks like, but that's not the reality of a high percentage of our kids that come through our doors. The gaps of learning are phenomenal, which affects the behaviour, the ability to react or respond, and so you've got all these issues, and yeah, you just get stuck.
The success for me is probably them not ending up maybe in jail, dead, going to that next stage where majority of our students, or probably people, think what alternative education that our kids are going to be going to. But I see for a lot of them that they're striving, even if it's in short ways or slowly building up, I see the progress in them.
Success, from what I can see, is young people going away with tools in their kitty that they can then use for the rest of their lives, and it's their actions that show that they've taken those on board.
Success is that they can spell their name. Success is that they've got a smile on their face. Success is that they wake up in the morning. Like, you know, success to us isn't about going to university and getting a degree. It's that they're just turning up and they're starting to find the roots to their behaviours, because, you know, they can't change if they don't know what started it. So that there is success for us, them being able to do that on their own, and then seeing that there is hope out there and hearing that come out of their own mouths. Yeah.
I can wear my sunglasses inside at TKW. It doesn't sound like much. Somewhere between comfy couch cushions, the banter and clatter of another pool challenge, stains on the green fabric, mapping our histories. Milo mid-morning, radio blaring, basketball bouncing. Somewhere between the weekly wall planner and our achievements listed for everyone to see. Despite everything outside here, here is a place I'm allowed to be me.